Yes.
Okay, so first we're going to review the American Revolution. Now it's important to remember that prior to 1763, the colonists were happy subjects of the British Empire. They did live under restrictions. Mercantilism was foremost among them. Mercantilism is a closed trading system. The colonists could only trade within the British Empire. Any trade outside of the British Empire was a crime, although it wasn't ruthlessly enforced. What changed was the French and Indian War. The French and Indian War, also called the 7 Years' War, from 1754 to 1763, was a conflict between Great Britain and France over who would control North America. Great Britain won, defeated France, and came to control most of North America, but incurred a lot of debt. And so after the war, Great Britain had to pay those debts off. To do that, Britain wanted to raise taxes on the colonists, who had previously paid very few taxes at all. So one of the attempts was the Stamp Act. The Stamp Act was the first attempt to get a tax on every document used by the colonists. However, the colonists protested, and Great Britain repealed the Stamp Act in the Declaratory Act. But in the Declaratory Act, the British Parliament said that we still have the power to tax you, we're just choosing not to tax you in this particular situation. Things remained quiet for the next few years. However, Great Britain still had the problem of debt, and so they tried again to tax the colonists, this time in the Tea Act of 1773. The Tea Act basically put a tax, as you might imagine, on all tea. However, the colonists protested this in a violent way, the Boston Tea Party, throwing 342 chests of tea into Boston Harbor. In retaliation for that, the British passed the Intolerable Acts, sometimes called, and there were 5 of them rather. The Massachusetts Government Act removed the authority of self-government from Massachusetts. The governor would now be appointed by Great Britain, and the Parliament was dissolved. The Boston Port Act forbade any trade in and out of the port until Boston repaid the cost of the tea. The Administration of Justice Act allowed Britain to remove criminal suspects from Massachusetts and try them in courts in Great Britain. The Quartering Act required colonists to support the troops in Boston in terms of like lodging, food, supplies, etc. And the Quebec Act really didn't have to do with Boston. It was about settlement of the West, and basically that act allowed the practice of the Roman Catholic faith in former French territories. So these acts basically led to the First Continental Congress, the collaboration of the colonists in terms of protesting, but not yet ready to declare independence. However, this led to no great reforms on the part of Great Britain, so that led to the Second Continental Congress. The Second Continental Congress was the one that declared independence. A key fact behind that was Thomas Paine's January 1776 document, Common Sense, which advocated independence from Great Britain. After that, a committee of 3 in the Second Continental Congress, Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, and Benjamin Franklin, drafted the Declaration of Independence, and that is what started the formal conflict between Great Britain and the United States. There had been previous military conflicts to include the Battle of Lexington and Concord, in which British troops in 1775 tried to seize the arms at Lexington and were stopped by colonial militiamen. The other 2 important battles of the war, Saratoga, in which Great Britain had its army defeated in Saratoga, New York, by a combination of regular forces and militia. That was important politically because it gave Great Britain, because it gave the colonists hope that they could win, and it convinced France that it would win. That led to the Franco-American Alliance of 1778. In the aftermath of the war, or actually during the war, the Congress passed the Articles of Confederation, which was a weak form of government, and it plagued the colonists throughout. They had trouble paying their army, supplying it, performing the basic functions of government. At one point, the pay for the army got so bad that the colonists, or the Continental Army, considered pressuring Congress, even rebelling against Congress, to pressure the Congress to pay their former back wages. This so-called Newburgh conspiracy was checked by George Washington in the Newburgh Address. The other kind of long-term aftermath of the Revolution, this wouldn't come until 1823, but the Monroe Doctrine, the idea that the future Western Hemisphere would be closed to colonization by European powers. Okay, one thing I forgot, it's a typo on here, the Declaration of 1763 forbade colonists from moving to the west of the Allegheny Mountains, basically an attempt by the British Empire to prevent Great Britain from, to prevent the colonists from coming into conflict with other Indian tribes in the American West. Okay, so questions on kind of that was the past and dirty story of the American Revolution. Questions on terms, or yes, Hugo.
So Proclamation 1783.
1763, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, it's a typo. It should be Proclamation 1763. Basically, it followed the French and Indian War.
Okay.
All right, that was really fast and ugly, but if you can share this on YouTube or how do you share it,